And we've realized that for blockchain to spread, it needs to be easier. And so that's why we created Simpll.
What I'm not going to put on camera is making this guy an offer he can't refuse. Hey everybody, this is Rick Latona. I am sitting here with Cody Wilkins from Simpll. He's in the node buying business and he also runs nodes. I'll let him tell you what he does, but he just watched me on stage talking about Wow's offering that we're selling nodes. So we're going to do a new concept here called, we'll call it the pitch trades, where I'm going to say what I do and he's going to say what he does, and we're going to see if we can do a deal. This is actually the first time we've talked, other than just deciding to come to lunch together. Cody, thanks.
Yeah, so awesome. So Hunter and I, we own a company called Simpll. We do node hosting. So our whole idea, about 2 years ago, we got involved in the blockchain space, and Hunter's grandma, of all people, purchased a software node from an individual that she knew. And we realized through that experience that blockchain is too difficult. It's complicated, it's time consuming, it's expensive. And we started a little business where we would coach grandmas and grandpas through the process to get involved with blockchain. Over the years, that idea has developed, and we've realized that for blockchain to spread, it needs to be easier. It needs to be simple. It needs to be one click. And so that's why we created Simpll. And now we're partnering with blockchains, maybe like Wow, we'll see what happens today, but we're partnering with different blockchains to make their solution easy so that salesmen can focus on selling, customer support can focus on what they're good at, and node hosting, they can leave it to us.
That's great. Yeah, so this is Jay, by the way, my CEO of. And one of the things that, I've told him before, and I was telling them when we were walking over here, was my first time that I got involved with crypto was 2015. And at the time, I thought the only point of crypto was illicit transactions, which it kind of was in 2015. And I looked at buying Bitcoin. I looked at buying other things. On hindsight, I should have bought a lot of Bitcoin, but I ended up buying a bunch of dark coins. It's called the Dash Coin now. Because if you had, for every 1,000 Dash points you had, you could operate a node and earn more Dash points in yield. So, and the whole point of that token was that it was a mixer and anonymized transactions. So I was thinking there was product market fit and I would get yield. And so I made a big investment, and I did that for a number of years. So I think for a lot of investors, as they understand nodes, it makes more sense than speculating on a particular cryptocurrency. It's because all of blockchain is run on nodes. The Bitcoin miner is a node, an Ethereum validator is a node. Chainlink nodes bring real world data on chain. When you do a transaction in Phantom or MetaMask, you're going to an RPC node to get on chain. There's nothing on blockchain that's not run on a node, and those nodes get paid for performing the services. Sometimes in native tokens, sometimes in other currencies. So, who wants to go first? Do you want to talk about your offer? Let me go first.
Yeah, please go.
Yeah, let me go first. So Wow.ai is an agentic AI company. We believe that the idea of onboarding 1 billion users to Web3 is a little flawed. Lots of people have tried to do it. I get pitched all the time from entrepreneurs that say they've got some idea that's going to onboard the next 1 billion users. Well, we can't even get more than 5% of crypto owners to download a wallet and interact with dApps. So how are we going to get artists and musicians and everybody else to do it? It doesn't make any sense. And to me, it makes a lot more sense to onboard 1 billion people's money on the Web3 and then not increase the amount of people going to these trade shows. So what we do as a company is we sell AI agents to real world businesses. Like, for example, our automated social media manager is something that any dentist, lawyer, really any company would want to have, or lots of individuals too. And we have lots of other agents buying companies. Is what I do. I'm guilty. So business account monthly fees, premium fees. If somebody wants to pay someone to receive a message, it's all going to run through the nodes.
Yep. There's something you said there that I think we can definitely relate to, and I think we'd agree. In order for blockchain to grow, not everybody, the billions of people in the world, don't actually have to touch blockchain. They have to touch Web 2, they have to touch the applications, but at the end of the day, the technology, that's where everything's going to end up with blockchain.
Right.
And that's always been our philosophy is, hey, the customer doesn't have to see the ones and zeros. The customer doesn't have to see the tech side. They have to see a product that works, a solution that works, which I think that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, let them pay in dollars and euros, and bring their money on chain.
Yeah. And I love the model you guys are using. So the blockchains that we work with, selling nodes, like you said, everything in blockchain runs on nodes, whether it's validator nodes or RPC nodes or something else. In order for this amazing technology to work, it's working through nodes. And so the question kind of becomes, well, how can we make it easier? How can we do some of this stuff? And what I love is real business concepts, selling nodes and building a company out of it. It's not about the meme coins. It's not about this. It's not about that. What it is, it's real businesses. And this node sales allow everyday people to get involved in businesses that they wouldn't have been able to otherwise, because they're not publicly traded. They're not this, they're not that. It's a way in, it's ownership, it's a community that you're joining, which I think is incredible.
Yep, that's right. So tell me about Simpl's offerings. Do you want to buy nodes? Do you want to help me sell nodes? What are we talking about here?
Absolutely. So our business model, the whole thing is blockchains are facing this issue where they sell nodes and all of a sudden it's really difficult on the customer. And the whole idea is decentralization. And it's kind of my experience when I purchased my first node was, okay, here's your node. Now go set it up. Go to a Volter, go to a DigitalOcean, have fun. Here's a little tutorial video and take half an hour to set up one node. Well, I had clients that bought 50 nodes. I had one that had 200 nodes. She spent 4 hours setting it up and Volter crashed and deleted everything. I was like, holy cow. And who helped her through it? Her salesman, the blockchain customer support. That is time being wasted. And so our offering is we come to blockchains and we say, hey, you have an issue where your salesmen are wasting time not selling and your customer support is dealing with things they shouldn't have to. Let us make your hosting solution really easy. Let's connect the system. Somebody gives their email and we say, hey, it looks like you have 5 WoW nodes. Pick your payment. Okay, click the button and they'll all spin
Hey,
up.
well, look, are you saying that on the checkout page on wow.ai, we could ask people, do you want to host it yourself or do you want to host it by Simpll? And they could just click a button and we could just deliver their licenses. Would you hold the licenses? Because the licenses are NFTs.
The licenses,
To activate the nodes.
typically what we do is the licenses are still held in a private wallet, usually maintained by the block.
Okay, so you just set them up and tell them where to go.
Ours is just the server side. The server side, in terms of the node checking in or checking off, it's, hey, click this. It doesn't need to be so hard. It's not a hard process. Like you just said, it's checking in.
Right.
So just click this button and it's done, is kind of the point. And so we can integrate with systems. We have our own sites that we'll do. We work with what the blockchain wants it to look like. But at the end of the day, the solution boils down to when I'm a salesman, I go sell Jay here a node, I go sell Hunter here a node, I shouldn't have to spend an hour on the phone with them. Right. I should be able to say, here's a link, go to this website, sign up.
We just hired sales support reps to be on the phone with the salespeople to answer technical questions.
That's cost that shouldn't exist because it shouldn't be that hard. And questions, if there are any, should come to us, should come to the servers. It shouldn't come to the blockchain because that defeats the fun of decentralization.
Right.
So that's our whole idea is like, let's make something work where you really want to focus on your core product. A crypto project thriving is about excitement. The fastest way for people to lose excitement is one, if the coin doesn't do anything, there's no utility, that's your focus. WoW needs to do something, I'm gonna make it do something. And then second, they can lose a ton of excitement if it's hard getting in the door. And so our job is let's make it easy in the door. You focus on product, we'll focus on onboarding, and let's make node sales easy.
I love it. I love it. So what I'm not going to put on camera is making this guy an offer he can't refuse, because this is our first show selling these nodes, and I might not offer you the same deal I'm going to offer this guy. He's in the right place at the right time. So we can end the interview here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.